Hearing resumed.
Hearing resumed. The committee secretary is hereby directed to execute the oath of our new invited guest.
May we ask the new resource person from the labor sector and the representatives for the ABS CBN and all invited in the Zoom meeting, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this joint congressional inquiry? So help you God. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po, Comsec. Chairman Chikoy.
Thank you, Chair Jonathan. Dadako na po tayo sa ABS CBN para sa kanilang presentation, Chair Jonathan. ABS CBN, you have the floor now para po sa inyong presentation and your position.
Good evening, Mr. Chair. May I? Honorable Co-Chairs Franz Alvarez and Jose Antonio C. Alvarado, Honorable Speaker Peter Cayetano, Honorable Majority Floor Leader Martin Romualdez, Honorable members of this committee and of the House here present and on Zoom, good evening. There are three messages I want to convey in my opening statement. Ang una po, ang ABS CBN ay fully compliant sa labor laws.
Excuse me po, sir. Pwede po bang magpakilala po kayo upang ma-record po natin ang pangalan ninyo
Ako po
sa harapan po nitong committee ito?
Ako po si Mark Nepomuceno. I'm the head of transformation now for ABS CBN.
Pakituloy po ang inyong presentation.
Okay. Ang una po, ang ABS CBN ay fully compliant sa labor laws. Noong pong July hanggang September 2018, ang Department of Labor and Employment ay nagsagawa ng routine inspection ng ABS CBN. Ang sinuri ng inspeksyon ay ang General Labor Standards, Occupational Health and Safety Standards at ang Security of Tenure. Bilang parte ng inspeksyon, humingi ang DOLE ng karagdagang documentary evidence na nagpapatunay ang ABS ay sumusunod sa General Labor at OSH standards sa ilang probinsya at head office. Matapos may sumite ng kumpanya ang katibayang ito, inilabas ang final order ng inspeksyon noong January 28, 2020 na nagsasaad na being fully compliant with the directives of this office, ABS-CBN, maliban sa ibang nabanggit, are hereby dropped as respondents na nangangahulugan ang ABS-CBN ay fully compliant sa General Labor Standards, Occupational Health and Safety Standards, at Security of Tenure dahil hindi siya nakitaan ng anumang violation. Ang pagiging fully compliant ng ABS-CBN ay bunga ng patuloy na pagsikap ng kumpanya na kumilos ayon sa kung ano ang kanyang pinaniniwalaan ay tama sa ilalim ng batas. Kaakibat nito, sa mga pagkakataon may mga kasong humantong sa korte, tutuparin lagi ng ABS-CBN ang pinal na desisyon ng korte. Number 2 po, ang halos lahat ng 17 kumpanya sa ABS-CBN Group ay apektado kapag nawalan ng franchise ang ABS-CBN. Ang ABS Group of Companies ay isang total news and entertainment group na binubuo ng 17 kumpanya. Sa gitna nito ay ang ABS-CBN Corporation na nagbibigay ng financial, operational o content support sa grupo. Pag nawalan ng prangkisa ang ABS-CBN, ang kakayanan nitong suportahan ng grupo ay matinding mapapahina. Halimbawa, hindi na makakayanan ng ABS-CBN ang kanyang patuloy na donasyon sa ABS-CBN Foundation. Ang bantay bata na lumiligtas sa libo-libong batang nasa panganib at ang sagip kapamilya na tumutulong sa libo-libong Pilipinong inaabot ng pinsala tulad ng baha, bagyo o giyera ay maaaring mawala. Kapag nawala ang prangkisa, ang ABS-CBN ay magbabawas ng produksyon ng programa. Ito rin ang mga programang pinapalabas sa The Filipino Channel na pinapanood ng ating mga overseas Filipinos. Hindi mapupunuan ng ABS-CBN Global ang kakulangan ng programa at ang malamang na epekto nito ay malaki ang kabawasan sa subscribers niya. Ang operasyon ng Foundation at Global ay mapapaliit at malilimitahan ang kanilang pagbigay serbisyo. Hindi magtatagal na malamang sila ay mapipilitang magbawas ng mga manggagawa din. Ang pagkawala ng franchise ng ABS-CBN Corporation ay siguradong hahantong sa kawalan ng trabaho ng mga manggagawa nito. Sila ang agad-agad na maapektuhan. Ngunit dahil sa financial, operations at content support na natatanggap ng 16 na kumpanya mula sa ABS CBN Corporation, ang operasyon ng karamihan sa kanila ay matindi rin mapipinsala at sa kalaunan, hindi nila maiiwasang magtanggal din ng mga manggagawa. Batay sa BIR Reports 1604CF at 1604E, mahigit sa 20,000 manggagawa at supplier ang binayaran ng ABS-CBN Group sa buong taon ng 2019. Ito ang bilang ng trabahong nililikha ng grupo bawat taon. Ngunit kung ang titignan ay kung ilan ang manggagawang nagtrabaho sa ABS-CBN Group sa buwan lamang ng Disyembre 2019 o ilan ang kakailanganin ng ABS-CBN sa kanyang operasyon buwan-buwan, ito ay nasa 11,000 tao. At ang karamihan sa kanila ay ang siyang maapektuhan ng pagkawala ng ABS-CBN franchise. Alinsunod sa hiningi ng Committee on Legislative Franchises, isinumite ng ABS-CBN ang listahan ng 11,000 manggagawa. Ito ay napapaloob din sa SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth at BIR reports na isinumite din sa committee. Panghuli po, ang ABS-CBN ay isang good employer. Patuloy na kinikilala ang ABS-CBN bilang isang good employer. Ito ay makikita sa mga awards o pagkilalang kanyang natanggap sa mga nakaraang taon. Kabilang sa mga awards ng ABS-CBN ay ang Asia's Best Employer, Top 10 Companies to Work For, Best Companies to Work For in Asia, Philippines Best Employer Brand, at Most Distinguished Employer of the Year. Mahalaga din banggitin ang award na Valuable Partner in Education at ang Outstanding Corporate Governance Award bilang katangi-tanging media network na kinilala ng may outstanding corporate governance sa hanay ng mga publicly listed companies sa Philippines. Bilang pagtapos po, ulitin ko lang po, ang ABS-CBN ay fully compliant sa General Labor Standards, Occupational Health and Safety Standards, at Security of Tenure. Ang ABS-CBN ay isang total news and entertainment group at hindi lamang ang ABS Corporation, kundi marami sa kasaping kumpanya ng grupo ay maapektuhan ng pagkawala ng franchise. Ang ABS-CBN ay patuloy sa pagiging isang good employer. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Attorney Nepomuceno. At kasama po naman natin ngayon ang mga kinatawan ng mga nagrereklamong empleyado ng ABS-CBN na di umano'y tinanggal sa trabaho. Atin pong pakinggan ang sasabihin nila. Una po muna nating tatawagin si Jornaly Payonan, isa sa mga dating empleyado ng ABS-CBN. Jornaly, maaari ka na pong magpahayag.
Greetings of peace and goodwill to all our honorable congressmen and guests. I am Jornaly Payonan, a previous employee of ABS CBN Corporation. I am here being the representative of the cameraman, audioman, lightman, drivers, genset operators who were dismissed by the ABS CBN on different dates, sometimes in the year 2009-2010. We were directly hired by the ABS CBN from the very start of our employment. Several years prior to our filing of case regularization, between the years 2002 and 2004, it was also during that time that the ABS-CBN mandated us to transfer in their in-house manpower agency named Internal Job Market or IJM. We had no choice at the time except to follow the mandate of our superior because we cannot receive our salaries and benefits unless we are abide of the mandate to join the IJM as talent employees. While we are under the IJM ABS-CBN work pool of talent employees, we continued to perform our regular job assignments in the taping, shootings of different programs either produced or co-produced by the ABS-CBN. We perform our jobs along with the regular employees of ABS-CBN, but we remained as talent employees. We were also directly supervised by a supervisor, employee of ABS CBN. We have to abide the company rules and regulation, and any infraction committed thereof will be subjected to disciplinary action. As talent employees, we did not enjoy the benefits regularly received by the regular employees, like the yearly increase in the salaries, signing bonuses under the collective bargaining agreement or CBA, and other monetary and non-monetary benefits as contained in the CBA between the regular rank-and-file employees and the ABS CBN Corporation. We were left behind in the terms of salaries, bonuses, and other benefits. We have no personal insurance in the performance of our job, but our equipment, camera lights, and the like under our care were covered by the insurance. Equipment were given higher regard than the life of the talent employees. We, the talent employees, at the time had realized that we had been abused and discriminated for a long period of time because we were performing jobs of the same nature that the jobs performed by the regular employees. Yet, we were not considered regular employees and greatly deprived of the benefits enjoyed by the regular employees. As talent employees, we collectively resolved to form an independent workers' organization, a workers' union of talent employees of ABS CBN under the IJM. And we did carry out the resolution. We registered our workers' union and filed certification of election for us to be recognized by the ABS CBN for the purpose of collectively negotiate like the regular employees. However, the formation of the Talent Employees Union did not sit well with ABS CBN. All the active members were dismissed. There was mass dismissal of talent employees made sometime in the period between 2009 and 2010. The dismissal involved more than 100 talent employees. We have filed illegal dismissal cases in different batches and groups immediately after our dismissal between 2009 and 2010. Some of our colleagues who were not able to file an earlier regularization case had filed a case for regularization and illegal dismissal. Most of the cases were now pending in the Supreme Court. In our batch known as Payonan case, we have already won our regularization case with Court of Appeals, but the ABS-CBN filed a petition for review, which is now pending with the Supreme Court. Several cases of the same nature involving ABS-CBN were consolidated. However, another batch of talent employees had already won their case before the Supreme Court declaring them as regular employees of the ABS-CBN who were illegally dismissed from employment. Said decision of the Supreme Court had in fact already attained finality. That is the case of Farley Fulache, GR number 183810 versus ABS CBN Corporation. Marlene Nazareno et al., GR number 164156 versus ABS CBN Corporation. Noel Macatuno, GR number 237836. The group of Noel Macatuno is now enforcing the final and executory decision of the Supreme Court, and yet the ABS-CBN unceasingly opposed the issuance of the writ of execution. In this hearing of the House Representatives, we would like to manifest our concerns, not only with the ABS-CBN, but in all other networks, to look into the practice of creating another type of employment status, that is, talent or program employees instead of regular status of employment, which we see no basis in Labor Code of the Philippines. It is also high time that we respectfully request from the House of Representatives to look into the violations of the rights of the workers to form unions or organizations. We, the dismissed employees of ABS CBN, had a first-hand experience on how difficult it is to form a union. Exercising our right to form a workers' union was confronted by our employer with the retaliation of mass dismissal. There shall be a law fortifying the right of the employees to security of tenure. Thank you po. For the dismissed employees of ABS CBN, naway gabayan po tayo lahat ng Diyos para sa tama.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Jornally Payonan, at bukas po ang tainga ng kongresong ito upang makinig sa inyo, at hindi lang po kayo, sa lahat po ng ating mga kababayan na tinatawag na talent o mga hindi pa regular employees, ay bukas po ang pandinig ng kongresong ito. At marami po sa ating mga kasamahan ay may mga bills na isinusulong para po sa kabutihan ng ating mga empleyado. Ang susunod po nating kikilalanin ay si Mr. Christopher Mendoza, isa rin sa mga natanggal na empleyado ng ABS CBN. Mr. Mendoza, you're now recognized. Maaari mo na pong sabihin ang iyong salaysay.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na po sa mga congressman, mga opisyalis ng ABS-CBN, at sa mga manggagawa. Ako po si Christopher Mendoza, audioman sa ABS-CBN noong 1995 until 2010. 2010, ang hindi ko makakalimutan po na nangyari sa aking buhay ay yan ang taon na siguro parang nandun ako sa shoot sa Mega Mall premiere night ng movie ni Robin nung tawagan ako ng kasamahan ko sa ABS. Sabi niya, Papa Sam, balik ka dito sa ABS, sa studio. Sabi ko, bakit? Akit ka dito sa ELJ. May ultimatum si Sir Gabi. Sabi ko, ganun ba? Sabi ko, sige, nagpaalam ako sa production people, nakasama ko sa shooting ng premiere night ni Robin. Nagpatid ako sa ABS. Pagdating ko doon, may sumalubong sa akin doon sa ELJ. Paakyat doon sa taas. At inabot ako pa nagsasalita si Sir Gabi with Ma'am Charo Santos na yung ultimatum na pagka hindi kami pumirma, yung araw na yon sa buong magdamag na pagpapapirma nila, hindi namin winave yung kasong ipinail namin, wala na kaming trabaho kinabukasan. Kaya po, inabot kami ako po, masasabi ko ako ang kauna-unahang lobas ng ABS-CBN noong June 2010. Kasi po, magdamag po kami nagbantay, pinapipirma nila yung mga kasama namin doon sa building. Ako naman po, at saka itong mga kasamahan ko, nagbabantay ron. Kumbaga, pinapaliwanag namin sa kanila kasi before, kampi sa amin yung mga kasama namin sa loob eh. Siguro, pagka pumasok sa kwarto, nasilaw na sila doon sa mga inoffer ng HR o kung sino man yung nasa loob ng kwarto sa ELJ. Tapos may nagsabi sa akin na isang kasamahan ko, nasa Zoom yata si paring Elmer Evaristo, sabi niya, pre nagpirmahan na sila. Tapos may lumapit sa akin isang audioman na kasamahan ko. Sabi niya, Papa Sam, pasensya na, pumirma ako eh. Sige, okay lang. Nung sabihin sa akin ganun yun, siguro mag-aalas 6 na po ng umaga, hindi ko na namalaya na nandun na pala ako sa baba ng building, wala na ako sa ERJ. Parang bumagsak po yung ano ko, yung buong pagkatao parang kasi po, inakala namin nila paring journally, na sa engineering ay solid kami. Solid po kami noong time, siguro, ilang taon namin nilaban yun, pati yung pag-union po doon sa ABS CBN kasi hindi nga po kami miyembro ng union. Kami yung pinakamalaking grupo ng engineering sa loob ng ABS CBN. Pero wala kaming union, so wala kami natatanggap na mga regular employee. So sa makatuwid, hindi kami regular employee po sa ABS CBN since 1995. Hindi po kumpleto yung benepisyong natatanggap namin. Nakumpleto lang, nadagdagan lang yung benepisyo namin nung nag-file na kami ng case. Noong 2002, nadagdagan na yung benepisyo namin. Siguro po, kung hindi kami nag-file ng case, baka yung tinatamasa ng mga nasa loob na IJM ngayon, na mga kasama namin, baka hindi pa nila tinatamasa ngayon. So noong pong June 2010 na yun, nung nagpirma na yung mga kasamahan ko, marami nang malungkot, kanya-kanyang kuha na ng gamit. Ako, hindi ko na po hinintay na ilabas ako ng guard kasi pagka po hindi kayo pumirma, kinabukasan, automatic wala na po kayo sa ABS at ilalabas na kayo mismo ng guard sa compound. Kinuha ko na po yung gamit ko sa locker. Alas 7 ng umaga, tinignan ko sa relo ko po. Ako yung kauna-unahan lumabas doon. Kasunod ko si paring Elmer Ibaristo. Dahil magkapit-bahay lang naman po kami sa Caloocan yan, kaya sabay na kami. So, yun po. So, kaya nandito po ako. Kaya umatin ako. Actually, dapat wala na po ako dito kasi nawala naman na yung galit ko sa ABS eh. Kasi, kumbaga, napatawad ko na sila kung ano po yung nagawa nila sa amin, sa akin. Siguro nandito po ako para lang isang buhay na patunay na may nilabag po ang ABS CBN pagdating sa labor. Bakit ko po nasabing buhay na patunay? Yung kasamahan ko, namatay sa abroad. Si Alan Herrera, kasama namin sa kaso. Siguro po kung hindi nila kami tinanggal, baka buhay pa po si Alan Herrera. Kasi po, nagme-maintenance po yun. Nag-abroad, hindi na nabantayan yung paggagamot niya, hindi na paalalahanan ng asawa. Inatake po sa abroad. 2 kasamahan na po namin ang namatay, 2 sa kaso. So, sana po, ang pakiusap ko lang po sa ating mga mambabatas na gumawa ng batas sa ABS-CBN, kasi lalo na po sa mga mambabatas, alam naman po natin na tapos na po yung renewal eh. Kaya nga po binasura na ng Supreme Court. So bagong prangkisa na po ang ina-apply po. Tama po ba? Ang pinag-uusapan dito. Tama po ba? Bagong prangkisa na po. So,
bagong prangkisa na po ang ina-apply ng ABS-CBN, pero bago po kasi maibasura yung bago mag-lapse yung prangkisa ng ABS-CBN, nagkaroon na po ng paunang hearing para sa renewal.
Apo.
Kaya po nakasama pa rin yung sa renewal ng ABS-CBN. Bagamat ang pinag-uusapan na po talaga natin ay bagong 25-year application ng prangkisa ng ABS. Bago na po.
Okay po. Okay, nilinaw ko lang po kasi po, pagka panibagong prangkisa po yan, pagka bagong aplikante ka, hindi ka mabibigyan eh. Hindi ka marirenew, sabihin natin renew, pero hindi ka mabibigyan kung may issue ka, di ba? Tama po ba ako? Tama po ba? Parang kumukuha ka ng NBI or ano, hindi ka mabibigyan kung may issue ka. Kung may kapangalan ka nga lang sa NBI, hindi ka na mabibigyan ng ano eh. So siguro, para po sa atin lahat o sa ABS po, mas lalo kay Sir Gabi kasi akala ko before mamimit ko siya dito dahil doon sa video na nilabas niya noong 2010 na sinabi niya doon sa video na yung sinasabi raw ng isang tao doon, ako yung tinutukoy niya eh. Na hindi raw totoong, kasi sinabi ko po sa mga kasama ko, hindi alam ni Sir Gabi yan, hindi alam ni Ma'am Charo. So sa press ko na ginawa niya, sinabi niya yun na huwag maniwala na hindi raw. So sana po, Sir Gabi, nagkapatawaran na po, panahon ng pandemya, siguro ito pong pandemya na nangyari sa atin o sa buong mundo, calling na po ito eh. Kay mayaman, mahirap eh. Kay may pera o wala. Ang sa akin po, ang gusto ko lang paalam sa inyo, gusto ko iparating sa inyo, sana po, kung ano po yung nasa batas, ayun po ang manaig, wag pera po. Pero wala po yan eh. Hindi po natin madadala sa taas yan eh. Itong pandemya na nangyari ngayon, hanggang ngayon, wala pa po. Sa buong mundo, baliwala yung pera eh. Mayaman. Mahirap, parehas sila nakakulong sa bahay eh. Yung may mga gandang sasakyan, hindi makalabas din eh. Hindi rin sila makapag-outing. Parehas sila ng mahirap. So, baliwala po yung pera. So, kaya ibig sabihin, itong nangyari po na to sa atin, sa ating lahat, calling na po ito eh. So, sana po, mag-isip na po tayo ng tama para sa atin, para sa bayan po, para sa mga maliit na manggagawa o sa lahat ng ano. ABS, napatawad ko na yan. Sana napatawad na rin nila kami. Nung tanggalin niyo po kami, si Ma'am Cory, yan, ano ko yan, sana po, wag na po nating hintayin kung pwede naman po sanang ayusin lahat, mas lalo yung mga kasama namin na naiwan sa loob, yung mga may tsuhin pa po ako doon, may pinsan ako sa loob ng ABS CBN, ng cameraman. Sana po ayusin na natin. Yung sistema sa ABS, pagka nabigyan po kayo ng panibagong prangkisa, linisin na po natin ang pangalan niyo po. Kawawa po yung mga empleyado. Inuulit ko po, ako po, not to shutdown kami ng grupo ko. Pero kailangan po namin, ang hinihiling po namin ni Justisya sa pagkakatanggal sa amin noong 2010. Kaya nga po gumawa ako ng isang placard doon sa, na pinost namin sa Facebook, ABS CBN Massacre. Ako po ang gumawa nun. Ayun po yung mga ginamit namin doon habang nagpipikit po kami. Panahon po ni Pino yun, kaupo pa lang ng Pangulong Noynoy nun. Wala rin siya nagawa. Pinuntahan pa namin siya sa bahay niya. Sabi niya, sabi ko pa nga sa kanya, ituro kay Sir Gabi Lopez yung tuwid na landas kasi yun ang ano ni Pinoy dati. Kaso wala, hindi rin kami pinalapit doon sa bahay. Hanggang sa, ayun, nung natanggal naman po kami, kumbaga, hindi kami pinabayaan ng Diyos eh. Kasi parang napaganda pa eh. Tinanggap kami nung Kapatid Network, Kapamilya, Kapatid Network, yung TV5 po. Ilan sa amin hanggang ngayon nasa TV5 pa po. After po nung TV5 ko, blessing na naman, nakuha naman po ako sa Qatar. Kaya patuloy, kaya yung sinasabi ng mga kasamahan ko sa ABS na sinisigaw nila sa social media, pagka nawala ang ABS sa ere, mamamatay sila sa gutom o kung ano-anong mga ano. Kami nga, biglaan tinanggal eh. 2010, biglaan tinanggal, wala pang isang araw. Mag-aalas 5 po ako ng hapon dumating sa ABS, galing ng Mega Mall. Alas 7 ng umaga, so wala pang 24 oras. Tapos sasabihin nila, mamamatay sila sa gutom. Last year pa lang, paalala ko lang po, last year pa lang po nabanggit na ni Pangulong Duterte na pwede kayong masara. Kumbaga, dapat napaghandaan na nila yun Kami nga, hindi Bigla-bigla kaming tinanggal Walang sabi-sabi. Kaya sana po, ayun lang po, pakiusap ko na lang po sa mga mambabatas. Inuulit ko po, not to shut down kami ng grupo ko. Kami mga IJM. Nasa korte na po yung kaso namin. At nandito yung ilang patunay na nanalo ang IJM. Nandito po. Not to shut down po kami. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Pagpalain po tayo ng pong may kapal. Magandang gabi po.
Maraming salamat.
Maraming salamat sa nakakabagbag damdamin na salaysay ni Mr. Christopher Mendoza, ang taong nagsalaysay na pagkatapos ng unos ay meron ulit na susunod na bukas.
Apo.
Chairman Chikoy?
Yes, Chair Jonathan, sa dakong ito, pwede natin puntahan na yung mga listahan na magtatanong. Una po sa magtatanong ay si Congresswoman Sot Aragones, na binigyan ng additional na oras po ni Kong Rufus, ni Congresswoman Rosas at Congresswoman Vilma Santos. Kong Sol?
Excuse me, Chairman Chikoy, nais pang magbigay ng posisyon ng DOLE. Pwede ba natin
marinig? Sorry, nalaktawan ko. Yung DOLE pala, may presentation pa. Ready na po yung DOLE. Sino po sa DOLE yung magsasalita, magpe-present?
Yusek Ana Diones, you're now recognized.
Ayan.
Yes.
Yusek Ana, please proceed po.
Yes po. Honorable Chairpersons, Congressman Franz Alvarez and Congressman Jose Antonio C. Alvarado, members of the Committee on Legislative Franchises and Good Government and Public Accountability. Your Honors, magandang gabi po. On behalf of the Secretary of Labor and Employment, Secretary Silvestre Bello III, maraming salamat po for allowing us to make a presentation on labor matters pertaining to ABS CBN cases filed and attended to by the Department of Labor and Employment and its attached agencies. Tama po yung naisabi kanina, on July 5, 2018 to September 27, 2018, a routine inspection was conducted at the premises of ABS CBN Corporation. At nung panahon na yun, ABS CBN Corporation provided the following information with respect to its number of employees. Ang total po ay 4,526 at on the screen, nandyan po yung breakdown. Regular workers po ay 2,481, regular seasonal workers 1,892, probationary workers 95, project-based workers 49, casual workers 3 po, consultant 6. At kung i-breakdown po natin sa position, managerial 746, supervising 81, at ang rank and file ay 3699. At nakita din po namin ng ABS-CBN engaged the services of 35 contractors, manpower providers, employing total number of 2,366 workers. Yung pong notice of routine inspection shows violations and findings in the area of labor standards and occupational safety and health. And as a matter of procedure, Meron pong mga series of mandatory conferences were conducted for the purpose of the parties submitting proof of compliance or submitting employment records to disprove noted violations and findings during the inspection. Submitted employment records and or position papers were then appreciated and evaluated. And on October 30, 2019, an order of compliance was issued for ABS CBN Corporation to comply with the remaining findings as shown on the screen. Sa labor standards, yan po yung naiwan nung hindi pa po sinasubmit ng ABS CBN at that time. And then sa occupational safety and health standards, nandyan po yung mga dapat nilang isubmit. Your Honor, noon pong January 28, 2020, after finding or being fully compliant with the directives of the department, a second order was issued, dated January 28, 2020, dropping ABS-CBN as respondent in the matter of inspection conducted in its premises. Pag tignan po natin yung ibang kaso with respect to other labor cases, ang record po ng database from the Bureau of Labor Relations shows that on November 23, 2010, ABS-CBN IJN Workers Union filed a petition for certification election to represent the internal job market employees of ABS-CBN. ABS-CBN opposed the petition, the med-arbiter denied the petition, and on appeal, the Secretary of Labor and Employment resolved in favor of the workers. Then the Secretary of Labor and Employment was reversed by the Court of Appeals, and the case was brought up to the Supreme Court last July 12, 2012. At tama po din yung sinabi, the certification election case is pending with the Supreme Court. Yung pangalawa po, on April 21, 2010, ABS-CBN filed a petition for cancellation of union registration of ABS-CBN IGM Workers Union. The Dole NCR denied the petition for cancellation. On appeal, the BLR Director and Court of Appeals affirmed the order of Dole NCR. The Second Division po of the Supreme Court denied the petition for review and certiorari filed by ABS-CBN assailing the decision of the Court of Appeals. So that on August 9, 2017, yung resolution po ng Supreme Court became final and executory. Pagtignan po natin yung database available from the National Conciliation Mediation Board covering years 1989 hanggang ngayon, there were 5 notices of strike filed by the ABS-CBN unions. First was in October 1989, then on April 1991, then on December 2000, then on May 2002, at ang pinakahuli po ay noong September 2005. Doon sa 4 na notices of a strike, of the 5, 4 pong notices of the strike were settled at ang isa po ay withdrawn by the filer. Also, recorded were 4 preventive mediation cases filed by the ABS-CBN Union. The first was filed in March 1996, then in November 1996, then on March 12, 2000, at ang huli po ay on September 2005. Of the 3, of the 4, 3 po ang settled and isa po ay withdrawn. Pagtingnan po din natin yung binigay ng National Labor Relations Commission, the rules available database nila, for the period 2007 to present, there were 109 individual cases of alleged illegal dismissal and nanny claims filed before the NLRC. At 108 po ng mga kaso yun ay na-resolve na po at isa po ang pending. Paano po na-resolve itong mga kasong ito? 74% was decided on the merits, 22 through settlement, at 4 po ay through other orders. At 60% were decided in favor of the workers and 40% were decided in favor of management. So, Honorable Chair, members of the committee, Your Honors, recognizing during the roll call po kanina, joining me is the head of our attached agencies, yung Employees Compensation Commission, Executive Director Estela Sipagan Banawis, at andyan din po si Attorney Perdy Perez, the Chief of the Research, Information and Publication Division of the National Labor Relations, representing po yung ating NLRC Chair, Gerardo C. Nograles. Why did I mention that? Because sila po, if you have questions pertaining to their exclusive jurisdictions, we'll request them to answer. So with that, Your Honors, maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, ma'am. Ngayon, pwede na po natin tayong dumako sa ating interpellation. Mauna po si Congresswoman Sol Aragones. Congresswoman Aragones.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Ang una ko pong katanungan ay gusto kong idirekta kay Mr. Mark Nepomuceno bilang dating head po ng HR. Magandang gabi po, sir.
Good evening po, Your Honor.
Sir, nabanggit niyo kanina na mayroong mahigit 11,000 na empleyado ang ABS CBN at ito ay nahahati sa mga kategoryang ito. Una, regular, talent, program, project employees, independent contractors. Para po sa higit na kaliwanagan nito, maaari niyo bang ikwento sa amin ang pagkakaiba? Paano ba nasasabi ng isang empleyado ay regular, talent? Ano po yung project program? Ano po yung independent contractors?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. May I ask that Attorney Jojo Alonso be recognized to give the framework na tinatanong niyo po?
Mr. Chair, may I be recognized?
Sige po.
Well, to answer that question, Congresswoman, Mr. Chair, we have to be reminded that Republic Act 7966 granted ABS-CBN a franchise to construct, install, operate, and maintain TV and radio broadcast stations. So broadcasting, as understood in the industry, is the transmission of programs via radio and television. What the station did was to invest in studios and transmitters, and they hired the services or engaged the services of regular employees needed to run the facility or the station, such as engineers and office workers. The production of its own content is merely an option. It is incidental and it's not the core function of a company that has been granted a franchise. As a matter of fact, when ABS-CBN began, they licensed content like buying soap operas, Mexican novelas, and at present K-dramas. And then they also sold airtime to block timers with fixed hours, and any income from advertising goes to the block timer. There were also co-production agreements wherein the co-producer would create the content and ABS would provide the airtime. And any money that is generated from advertising is shared between the station and the producer. And then there are also line productions wherein line producers pitch certain concepts and they have their own artists, and then they provide the content to the station. So in this context, the shows are largely dependent on the audience engagement or the market share, and it's very competitive. As we all know, ratings are no longer done monthly, not weekly, but daily, sometimes even hourly. So station-produced shows evolved over the years, and for this reason, the company, ABS-CBN, decided to engage the services of program employees who are assigned to specific programs and who have security of tenure during the duration of the program. There are no regular working hours, and it depends totally on the requirements of a program. And when the program ends, they're allowed to enter employment contracts with other companies, and the work is output-based. This is, we also have the independent contractors, where people who have set skills or have intellectual property creation are engaged by the company to provide services. And no less than there are in fact 5 House bills at the moment that is intended to protect freelance workers who are independent contractors. So these are the kinds of employment. You have the station-based employees who render services to the facility, render 8 hours a day. They report for work every day. They're not tied down to any program, and they receive monthly salaries, are not affected by any changes in programs, ratings, or formats, and they cannot be engaged by any other employer. Compared to the program employees who are assigned to specific programs, and then of course there are the independent contractors that have set skills or intellectual property creations who together form the set of workers that render services for ABS-CBN.
Maraming salamat po. Gusto ko lang pong bumalik kay Mr. Mark Nepomuceno, sir.
Apo, Your Honor.
Sir, nabanggit ho kanina ng DOLE na may mga labor cases sa ABS-CBN. So paano po tinutugunan at paano niyo po inaayos ang mga concern na ito bilang dating HR head po?
Your Honor, we, like any other organization, we look at the case that's involved and we follow the process of the law. And the underlying principle is ABS will always act based on what it believes is right under the law. So pagdating po paghumantong po sa korte, we follow the process of the law. And at the end of it, we will always abide by the final decision of the courts, whatever that decision may be. So ABS will have to stand for what it believes is right, but it will always follow the process of the law and the final orders of the courts, Your Honor.
Okay, maraming salamat po, Sir Mark Nepomuceno. Gusto ko naman pong tanungin ang presidente ng Rank and File Union ng ABS-CBN, si Mr. Raul, kung hindi ako nagkakamali.
Si Mr. John Villanueva po.
Sir John Villanueva, sorry. John?
Yes, ma'am.
John, gusto ko lang malaman, matapos mawala sa ere ang ABS-CBN noong May 5 hanggang sa araw nito o sa oras nito, kung saan sinasabi nga na mayroong mahigit 11,000 na empleyado, kumusta na ang mga empleyadong ito? Lalo pa at kayo ang unang nilalapitan ng mga empleyadong ito sa kanilang mga concerns at sa kanilang pinagdadaan. Kumusta na ang mga empleyado ng ABS-CBN?
Mr. Chair, mababa po ang moral ngayon ng mga manggagawa. Marami pong nagpapadala ng mensahe sa akin na miski hindi po miyembro, at talaga pong tolero po sila, hindi po sila makatulog. Lalo na po, palapit ng palapit po yung taning na pwedeng magkaroon ng retrenchment sa ABS-CBN.
Sa akin pong pagkakaanam ay nagbigay pa ng 3 buwan matapos ito magsara para kahit pa paano ay magkaroon pa ng sweldo mga empleyado. Tama po ba yun?
Opo, 3 buwan po hanggang August po.
Pero sabi niyo nga habang papalapit ang buwan na ito ay may mga pangamba o lalong lumalakas ang pangamba ng mga empleyado.
Sobra pong nangangamba. Di na po makatulog yung iba.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. John. Gusto ko naman hong puntahan ang DOLE. Yusek Ana. Yusek Ana.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, nabanggit niyo kanina nagkaroon kayo ng audit sa ABS-CBN. So, para ho sa higit na kaliwanagan, kapag nag-audit kayo, ano po yung mga binubusisi ninyo? At ano po yung mga pangunahing inaalam ninyo?
Ang proseso po ay hinihingi po namin ang mga tinatawag po namin na employment records, which really pertains to payrolls, payslip, at saka yung our labor inspectors carry a checklist at yun ay tinitignan nila isa-isa. And then they will appreciate it if magkakaroon po sila ng tinatawag natin na findings or observations. Ipapaliwanag po nila ito. Bago po sila matapos, ipapaliwanag po nila ito sa employer at saka sa employees representative.
Yusek, gaano kadalas ang pag-audit na ito, hindi lamang sa ABS-CBN, kundi maging sa ibang kumpanya na ginagawa niyo ang prosesong ito?
Ang routine po ay ginagawa namin every 2 years, except kung may reklamo po, we do it as regular and as often as there are complaints.
At sa inyo pong huling pag-audit sa ABS-CBN, ano po ang natuklasan ninyo?
Yun pong pinresent namin kanina, yun po yung pinaka-brief summary ng nangyari sa inspection audit. Meron po mga findings, but as we said, nag-submit po sila ng mga compliance over a period of time.
Ibig sabihin ho, ang mga dokumento at ang mga papeles na kinakailangang isumite bilang pagsunod sa pamantayan ng DOLE ay naisumite naman ng kumpleto ng ABS-CBN.
Tama po yun.
Maraming salamat po, Yusek. At bilang panghuli, Mr. Chair, gusto ko hong tanungin si Mr. Carlo Katigbak.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Carlo Katigbak, natanong ko ho kanina yung presidente ng Rank and File Union na kumusta na ang mga empleyado matapos magsara o mawala sa area ng ABS-CBN mula noong May 5 hanggang sa mga oras nito. Gusto ko rin yung itanong ito sa inyo. Kumusta na ho ang mga empleyado?
Hirap na hirap po ang mga empleyado namin, Mr. Chair. Una-una, sa panahon po ng pandemya, ay mahirap talaga makahanap ng panibagong trabaho. If you are retrenched and laid off, I think you will have to deal with the fear and uncertainty of not knowing how you will continue to provide for your family. Most of our employees are going through this right now, Mr. Chair. And I wish we could give them the assurance that everything will be okay, but that power rests with Congress.
At nabanggit din po at napag-alaman din natin na ang tinitingnan ho ay hanggang Agosto para magsimula na ang pagbabawas ng mga empleyado. Tama ho ba ito?
Tama po yan, Mr. Chair. Nung tumama yung pandemya, gumawa po kami ng isang pangako sa aming mga empleyado, aming mga kapamilya, na hanggang sa kaya namin, hindi po kami magbabawas ng trabaho. But the joint impact of COVID together with the cease and desist order is going to make it impossible for us to keep all our employees. So, alam po nila that by August, kung walang magbabago sa sitwasyon po namin, we will have to make some very painful and difficult decisions.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Carlo Katigbak. Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Magandang gabi po sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Congresswoman Aragones. Next po na magtatanong is si Congressman Garbin na binigyan ng additional oras ni Congressman Ino D. at Congresswoman Violado. Kong Garbin.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang gabi po. Naririnig niyo po ba ako?
Malinaw, Kong Garbin, please proceed.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat ulit. Ang aking katanungan ay patungo doon sa ABS CBN. Ito'y patungkol sa copyright at payment of royalties. Pero bago ako mag-umpisa ng aking katanungan, let me read a few statements laying the premise of my question. Now, copyright exists over original and derivative intellectual creations in the literary and artistic domain protected from the moment of their creation. Audiovisual and cinematographic works are among those protected by copyright. However, this protection is not without exemptions. formats of the TV programs and news of the days are not copyrightable. In audiovisual work, as a general rule, the producer, author of the scenario, the composer of the music, the film director, and the author of the work so adopted owns the copyright as an exemption unless otherwise provided in an agreement. The producers shall exercise the copyright to an extent required for the exhibition of the work in any manner, except for the right to collect performing license fees for the performance of the musical composition, with or without words which are incorporated into the work. Further, the term of protection for audiovisual works is 50 years from the date of publication, and if unpublished, from the date of making. The authors, producers, directors, etc. may receive fees or royalties for the use of their work. Royalties are used in tax treaties, generally include payments of any kind received as consideration for the use of or the right to use any copyright, patent, or trademark. To ABS CBN po, sa nilipas po ng mga taon, you have aired films and audiovisual works produced or written by other persons. Ang tanong, did you secure a written authorizations from them before you make the public presentations of their films or audiovisual works?
Mr. Chairman, ABS CBN executes contracts or agreements with all of the workers who are contracted to produce intellectual properties. And in those agreements, it's agreed that the rights of ABS CBN as producer are absolute. The workers agree to assign whatever intellectual property rights they may have in the work. These works are commissioned works as defined in the Intellectual Property Code. So all necessary rights are secured by ABS CBN, Mr. Chairman, prior to exhibiting any intellectual property work.
Now, can you tell to this committee the process of securing authorization from the original author or the producer of work before you air a certain film or TV show which had been produced years prior to its rerun? Ano yung proseso ng pag-secure ng kanilang authorization?
Mr. Chairman, the works aired by ABS CBN may either be works produced by ABS CBN or works produced by third parties. For works that are produced by third parties, necessary license agreements are executed with those producers that authorize ABS CBN to exhibit the intellectual property works. Insofar as works produced by ABS CBN are concerned, ABS CBN executes contracts with all of the workers who are engaged for the production of the intellectual property work, such as a television program or a movie. And the rights of the parties are clearly stated in those agreements. And ABS CBN, as the producer, owns the end product or the intellectual property that is produced as a result of the production.
Doon sa intellectual properties na ating dinidiscuss, kayo ho ba nagbabayad ng royalties or service fees sa ating mga producers, sa ating directors, artists, etc. sa kanilang mga gawa pag niliran ho natin ito? Ano yung inyong kasunduan?
Mr. Chairman, the agreements are the nature of what are called commissioned works. And as commissioned works, ABS CBN owns all rights of the end product, Mr. Chairman. As a result of that arrangement, no royalties or any further payments are due to the workers who are involved in the production of the programs.
Now, who collect the royalties? Kung hindi yung involved sa programa, sino yung entitled lang sa mga royalties?
Under the Intellectual Property Code, Mr. Chairman, the creators of the intellectual properties are entitled to royalties under certain circumstances. However, if they assign all their rights to the work, then they waive any claim for royalties. This is the case in the engagement of the workers for the programs of ABS CBN, Mr. Chairman.
Now, can you enumerate again to this committee your talent employees? Sino-sino ho ba sila? For example lang, sino yung mga talent employees nyo?
The independent contractors, Mr. Chairman, are the performers, the actors, the actresses, the writers, script writers, the directors. These are the intellectual property creators, and they are engaged as independent contractors, Mr. Chairman.
So when you speak of the directors, the producers, script writers, they are talents. Tama ho ba? Talent employees.
The industry uses the word talents, Mr. Chairman, but they are engaged as independent contractors. The word talent does not appear in the Intellectual Property Code nor in any labor laws, but the so-called talents are treated in the industry as independent contractors.
Now, the work and grant of the rights and the agreement for independent contractors, which states that the company commissions talent to create and perform the work for the program, picture, or project. The company shall be the sole and exclusive owner of the work without material or territorial limitations, including the copyright and related rights. Without limiting the foregoing, the company shall have the irrevocable and exclusive right in perpetuity throughout the world to distribute, exhibit, sell, lease, license, publicly perform, broadcast. Can you explain this po? Itong item na to na sinasabi nyo kanina.
Mr. Chairman, that provision expressly states the arrangement or agreement between ABS CBN as the producer and the workers who are engaged for the production of the television programs. Because the work is considered a commissioned work under the Intellectual Property Code, ABS CBN owns all rights to the end product or the result or output of the work of the independent contractors. In this case, for example, television programs or movies, ABS CBN owns all rights